for picking up the sticks. This is episode 66 of the Sticks Gaming Podcast. That's really hard to say. I didn't anticipate that happening when I started.
How do you think about that?
Yeah. I am Mike Arnett. To my right, Mike Steak Carnia.
What's going on?
Oh, man. Keyblade time. That's the official one, right?
Yeah, it is. I almost thought I wasn't gonna get it either.
Hey, see, some of the people got it first, right?
I had some issues with Amazon on this, and then it worked out. They sent me a $15 free money.
Nice.
And then that night, I got the notification that it shipped out. I was like, all right.
Free money for nothing.
What was like the money just because it was going to be delayed or something?
Yeah. Yep.
To my left, Art. You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word. I'm not going to go any further. Rosian. I thought someone was going to stop me at some point. No, you know how long would you let me do Newman, or whatever his actual name is, from Jurassic Park?
Let's just keep going.
Eventually, I would have just started checking like hockey scores,
you all
football
suck.
scores.
Horse. You didn't say the magic word. Over and over again.
I got work in the morning. Come on.
So, we have a little fun today, I think, because we got Round of Hate continuing.
Yay.
With Steak giving his impressions of I'm sure is a great game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. But we're also doing the video game version of Would You Rather. And the second we came up with this 2 hours ago, and Art didn't get the message.
Art did not do the homework.
We came up with this 2 hours ago, and my mind's been ablaze ever since. So I got plenty of us to do.
I had 3 right away that I wrote down.
And I think, honestly, I think that should be a thing that whenever we don't have a subject, that should be it. And we just keep a running notebook in your phone of things to ask. I think that'd be some fun. So,
now I know.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some fun today.
Sorry, we got about an hour till we get there. So
I think just sit off to the
half
side
hour.
for a little
Maybe
while.
about a half hour till we
We'll
get
talk
there.
about.
Think about
Art
that.
played Rainbow Six, so that's all you need for the next couple of hours.
Yeah. Art played Rainbow Six, and that's the end of the
Would
day.
you rather do a podcast?
It's not the end of it.
Would you rather do a podcast or nap?
I'd rather eat.
Oh, have a beer.
No.
That'd be the opposite effect,
I'll say,
right?
I'm down a meal. I need to get home tonight.
Oh man, Steak, what you playing?
All right. A lot of a little.
For the record, that's like the first time in months we haven't made noise during the intro.
That's pretty good. Yeah, good job.
I think last week we might have. I don't know. I think we should also redoing the song.
Well, yeah, I cut out
Put
quite
some
a bit
bass
of
in
the beginning of it for the video purposes.
Yeah, I think.
now.
Well, we'll talk about that later. We don't do that on the
Put some
air,
bass in it.
I don't know if you're serious. Or
Make
you're
a club mix.
Do you actually want bass? I don't know if that's an actual criticism.
We did take it to the streets.
This is not the first 2 Metallica albums where there's no bass at all. This is not that.
Are you related to Bob Rock? Did you ruin Metallica?
No, maybe I don't know. But I'm thinking about redoing it anyway. Maybe now's the time. Anyway, Steak, what you playing?
So I was playing. I've just played a tiny bit more of Dragon Quest XI, Ys 8 for the Switch, and Fist of the North Star. The Lost Paradise is probably like one of the more meatier ones. About 9 hours into that now, and I think I'm on chapter 5. Still loving the hell out of that game. The game is so ridiculous. It's so much fun. I played a little bit more of Forza Horizon 4. We'll see if I go back to it. Only because
Same.
yeah.
Let me say something. Your drive avatar is a real piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I could have got out,
that means.
if I could have got out of the car and punched your guy in the face in that game, I would have. Like 3 times, I'm driving down the road trying to get to the next race, and here you come wrong way down the street.
So it closed exactly what I actually do. Like, all right, that's good to know. So in this game, so a lot of times, like I've played quite a bit of the other Forzas, and usually I'm pretty decent at it until I hit a certain point. Usually once I hit about level 10 to between 10 and 13, that's to the point where I need to start upgrading my car, and I need to start getting a better car, and that also means that the handling goes down. It gets a lot more difficult and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, this is where I usually drop off. Well, I'm getting that point already, and I've done nothing in this game. So there's a point in the game where you're forced to do a dirt road
a rally?
race.
Okay.
So like rally kind of race, and I am terrible at rally games. I've always been terrible at rally games. So you have to pick a second car to own, and it's a rally basically type car, and I have no control whatsoever of this car. I'm all over the fucking place in the dirt. And I don't think I ever finished higher than 9th place. Like, it was that bad.
Out of how many?
12. So that was very frustrating. I was getting really frustrated. And then also too, shortly after that, you can't change your car right away. I can't change back to my street car. Like, that option is locked until you've hit a certain point in the story, which I then finally get to that certain point, and I'm like, all right, switch back to my street car. And then the very next race that I had available was another dirt road. But at least this time you got to choose which car. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to stick to my street car. I don't care. I'm sticking to I got first place. Even in the dirt route. Like, I got first place. I was able to weave around. I could keep control. I actually had more control of the drifting in my street car than I did in my rally car. I was all, like I said, that car was all over the fucking place. So I was okay.
It's called drifting.
Yeah. So, so at least I was able to drift in my street car without a problem, and I was able to handle it very well and keep in control. And I won first place. I was like, "Oh, this is great." So I felt a little bit better after that. So we'll see. Maybe I'll keep going a little bit because now I unlocked the autumn showcase and everything. So we'll see. Now, of course, it's rainy and muddy.
Okay.
So that's a pain in the ass. That's a whole nother level.
It's gonna fuck up your paint job.
Yeah. So we'll see, but the game is gorgeous. The game does look really good. I was not ready to be that frustrated that quickly with it, because normally, like I said, with Forza, it's usually a few hours in before I finally hit that point.
Yeah.
And then the last game I played almost probably about 4 hours in the last couple of days is Victor Vran.
Okay.
So that's the free games with gold game right now for Xbox One. It's a Diablo clone. It's Diablo. With a few different new mechanics and everything, which is kind of really neat. As soon as you enter a new map, there's a whole bunch of challenges to do, and then you gain either experience, gold, or you get special items and stuff for when you complete those special challenges. And then as you go throughout the level, it's like, oh, here's another dungeon that has its own set of challenges to complete, and some of them are once you unlock the hexes, which then basically makes it more difficult. It gets more difficult then and everything, and those are really hard. And the game's pretty hard. Like there's been a couple where it's like, oh, kill 50 enemies before you get hit, and like within like the first batch of enemies, I'm getting hit, and I was like, well, that challenge is gone. All right, good. Don't have to focus on that anymore. But the game looks good. It runs pretty smooth. The opening cutscenes was a little stuttery, and like I'm like, oh, I expect this out of a PC. I'm like, oh, like how's this gonna work? And then actually, once you jump into the gameplay, it's not so bad. But yeah, no, that is, it's actually a lot of fun. It's gonna tie me over until Diablo 3 comes out on Switch.
When does it? They have a release
November
date?
2nd.
Oh,
It's in a
shit,
couple
so
of weeks.
soon.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, really close. And then also too, if you want to, I think I've talked about it before, but there's that Motorhead add-on.
Yeah.
To it and everything. It's $12 to get that add-on if you want to get that, which is kind of neat. So
Yeah.
I mean, because it's $40 to get the Overkill edition, which includes everything, but. I mean, you get this for free, and then $12 to add that, and then there's a second expansion that's also $12. So you're still saving money if you buy the gold and then buy each of those individually. So I've held off right now on getting those. I want to make sure it was something I was going to kind of stick with before I got it. But I can see myself eventually grabbing that Motorhead DLC. Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
Art.
Rainbow Six, and just to tag more onto what Sick was saying. Forza Horizon 4. There's just like you said, gorgeous game.
Yeah.
I can't stand the fact that I keep crashing into you because you drive like a dick. But this is just reaffirming my belief that racing games just aren't for me. I can't get into it. I
agree.
mean, as gorgeous as the game is, and it's even like there's like retard mode on there where it's like, here's the line the path you follow. Here's the button to rewind if you hit something, and you can pick back up.
I've used that many times.
Even with all that, I'm like, I can't get into it.
Yeah.
And I haven't quite gotten as far as you have, but even still, I'd like if I'm gonna play a game like this, I'd almost rather it be like kind of how older Gran Turismo were. It's like, hey, you finished your race. Here's the next race. Just click a button. Don't drive across the map to get to the starting point for the next race.
That's kind of annoying.
And then like the one thing I did there was like, you're a stunt driver, and you have to jump like through a friggin' gazebo.
Yep.
And the gazebo's just wide enough to fit your car. Oh, by the way, you have to drive on grass, uphill, slanted, to fit through this thing.
Yep.
And this is like early game.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like right away, like the difficulty, I just couldn't. I was surprised.
Yeah.
But I mean, I honestly don't know if I'll go back to that game at all.
Isn't Horizon supposed to be the fun one?
Yes.
Yeah, so Horizon was supposed to be more like the arcadey kind of. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Horizon. I played a little bit of Horizon, very little of Horizon 3, but I've played more so the regular Forza series. Like, so that's more like the Grand Theft or the Gran Turismo, and that is when, like I said, I usually play quite a bit at the beginning of
Like,
those.
and like I'm saying, like, the Gran Turismo comparison. I'm not saying like professional racing style, but like just like the menu, like go here, start
Oh yeah,
this
but no,
race.
that's exactly, yeah. And I don't know if Forza 7 was different, but I think I played Forza 5 or 6, and that was kind of like that. Like here's your like, it was more like here's a map, here's the next race.
Click on the thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Not drive there, you know.
Right.
Well, now everyone's like, oh, this is this open world thing, this open world environment. This is what we need. This is what everyone wants.
I want open world when I can jump out and shoot someone,
Yeah,
and then go pick up a hooker and get my jollies and kill her behind the strip club and get my money back.
yeah. Good old days of Grand Theft Auto 3. Discovering that for the first time.
Yeah, right.
Best thing ever.
That's like a frequent like point of conversation with me and Karen. Is like, when the kid gets older and plays video games, like how old does he have to be before I let him play Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the prostitutes and killing them for the money, I'd be like 12. I don't care.
Yeah. I agree with that too.
But
How old were we when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, though? Weren't we
I was
like
in college.
13?
no.
No, I was in high school. You're not that much older than me, are you?
36.
For 3?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was 4-year difference, so yeah, maybe.
It was 2001 or 2.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was in high school. I was just saying, I was 13.
I was at Northern Illinois.
I was 13. 14 playing
I
the hell out of that
was in
game.
my extended summer of art, where I just didn't go to class.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I remember even when Vice City came out, I had to go to the mall because at that time that's when the mall you went to the mall when you wanted to buy something when they didn't check IDs. When I was like I think a sophomore, I want to say in high school, sophomore or junior.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's not. Oh, 2001.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I was a sophomore.
Yeah. Crazy.
'Cause I remember where I was because I was sitting
was
on my
13,
friggin'
14.
dorm bed with my PS2 and just not going to school, spending the government's money.
That's all I got.
That's it.
I
will have more to talk about next week than just Rainbow Six and something else.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's your time to play My Gift to You.
That's right.
We don't talk about that during the
But you're going to put a lot of time in.
Yes, you are. All right, I got a list.
Yikes.
So
See, this is why it's great that I don't play anything. Because you always play way too much.
I do. So I got a bunch of weird ones on this one. So I'll start with. Ever heard of a game 1979 Revolution Black Friday? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it is a. No, we tell like last time we were talking about the end of Telltale. They don't make games like that anymore. I was wrong. This is a straight up Telltale game, like no doubt about it. It's about a 2-hour experience. You play you play as a guy. He's a journalist. Well, not a journalist. He's like a photographer. He's going back to Iran during a revolution conflict that's happening. In that it's like a real world setting, a real world event, but fake characters. So and it's not quite history game. It's not quite video game. Like not quite a history book. It's not quite a video game. It's like somewhere in the middle. We go around, you take pictures, you do dialogue choices, and you get interrogated by someone, like, because you get arrested. The very first thing in the game, you get arrested, and everything else is a flashback of how you get up to being arrested, and you get interrogated by an Iranian government that's being basically overthrown at that time, and they just got overthrown not that long ago before that too. So it's like they're constantly in flux of the government. It's interesting. The coolest thing they do in the game is, as a photographer, is you take a picture, and then they compare it to an actual real life picture of that time frame, and they kind of like reenact and tell you like the story behind like the picture and what's going on in that time frame. So that was kind of neat. But outside of that, I wouldn't recommend it to most people. Not because of just because it's kind of, I mean, it's, if you're interested in playing something very different, if you're interested in like seeing, I think it's a good snapshot of that time and that place. From the evidence that they provide to you in the game, like this is what it looked like, this is what it acted like, and things like that. So I think that was interesting, but as like a game itself, like it wasn't a ton of fun. So like if you're not in the mood for something like that, I'd probably skip it. But it was on my queue, so I played it. I randomly played Black Ops 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, I sent Mike a text because I think I was looking at my phone, and it's like, so and so's playing. I see like it said Black Ops 3. I thought I had to do a double take. I'm like, don't tell me Mike went out and got Black Ops 4. That is the least Mike game ever, and he went out and got it opening week.
Yeah, so like I was like, man, like Black Ops 4 is kind of like fun. It's like, man, I never even played 3.
That's probably one of the things I'm gonna talk about next week.
Yeah, I can understand that too. So anyway, so like I just had an itch to play it. So it was a PS Plus game like during E3,
Right,
so I played it.
right.
And I never played that one, so I ended up playing it. I played the entirety of the story mode.
Oh wow.
From beginning to end. The first half of that game is trash. It is boring. It doesn't do
Isn't Black Ops 3 the one that had like less than 10% of the people completed the campaign?
Probably. I mean, because honestly, I almost jumped out. It's only a 6-hour game. And I almost jumped out.
That was like
halfway
based
through.
on like the Xbox achievements and
Probably.
the
That sounds about right. Because like, the first half of the game is dog shit.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't do a single interesting thing. I mean, it's not fun. I'm shooting a lot of robots and things like that. I was like, this is. I don't enjoy this at all, but I stuck with it, and it was a better game in the second half because the main crux of the game is like there is this because everyone's all they got neural implants and you got fake arms and fake legs and it's like everything's robotic now. So. And there's this virus, this AI that's become sentient and is now taking over people's thoughts and things like that. So when they get into that end of it, like when you get infected with that piece of it and your mind starts going crazy, a la Observer that I talked about last time we were talking.
Yeah.
That part is very cool, very trippy, very dreamy. And even like the ending is pretty cool up until the very last stinger piece of it, which I thought was dumb. So like really dumb, okay. The back end of the book end is also dumb. So like there's a decent game when you put it all together. But like I only reason I went back to it just to scratch an itch. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I have zero fondness for that game going forward. Let's talk about.
So you feel like that's another reason why they just said fuck it with the
I think so.
story mode as
But,
well?
I mean,
Because they
it
knew
was-
it was so bad.
It was
the
well. It
last
was
one.
that. It was that. Right. Black Ops 3 was that one. And like I don't know where they would even go for like if they're gonna keep going into the future, which it sounds like this one is. But like no story involved,
Right.
so who cares?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck else they do. Like half the
Yeah.
world is destroyed in this game too.
Okay.
So just like I think that was probably part of it. And like Art was saying, like just like the overall achievement list.
Yeah.
I bet a bunch of people didn't finish that one because it was garbage.
Right.
And then Infinite Warfare, I think a lot of people liked, but people like the story, but I don't know what the numbers are on that.
Yeah.
And then World War II after that.
21% of people finished the campaign for Black Ops 3.
Wow. That's crazy.
And there's more.
Considering how short it is,
There's
too.
more people percentage-wise that have the platinum trophy in Spider-Man for PlayStation 4 than that. So that's insanity. But
I'm
like,
so sad that my 100% is going to be going away for that.
no, I'll get it back.
You're going to beat it on ultimate mode? On ultimate difficulty?
You got to do 100%.
Yeah.
Nah, that's damn.
You gotta beat it. Well, without the DLC stuff, you gotta beat it on New Game Plus
Nah, that's
and
pass.
Ultimate difficulty.
Pass.
No, thank you.
Hard pass. However,
pass.
that does
I don't care about 100%, so I just want that platinum.
transfer me into one of my favorite games I played recently, which is Guacamelee 2. Art, to answer your question last time, yes, the color, there's a shine on the bad guys.
Yeah, and it kind of like
it goes
road-
in the
like,
way.
okay.
Yeah, so if you got to press up and circle, the shine goes up. If it's down, it's down. If there's no shine, it's just circled by itself because it's a headbutt. The only thing you might have trouble with is the chicken moves because the chickens are on a diagonal or down when you're standing, and the way they do that, the chicken is the aura is different shapes. So it's like rigid or like spiky as opposed to just like an aura around the bad guys.
I'll look for some video on it.
You'll figure it out. So, but honestly, it's so great. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I posted that video up on Twitter of my run I did on that game, and that was
First try.
first try, 100%. I did that. I sat there for at least an hour and a half. Yeah. But it's like
They'll never know. Come on.
it was so.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and there's one. Like I said, at the end, I didn't watch all the way to the very end of it. I got a piece of a key. There are 5 pieces to the key, so I had to do things like that 5 times.
Oh my god.
And then note that once you unlock the door that's behind that key, they have a 6th one behind that
Oh my
door.
God.
But you have to be the chicken in that one, which is
Okay.
a whole different thing. But yeah, I did all that. Like I'm talking about like New Game Plus and all that stuff because I would have platinumed this one if I didn't have to finish it also on hard mode. I might be able to do that, but I can't play hard mode when I was playing with the kids.
Right,
So like
right.
I can't. I mean, so
Yeah.
unless I start from scratch again. But I pretty much did everything else in that
I
game.
mean, it's also one of those things too, where it's like, there's so many good games out nowadays.
Yeah.
Who really has
I
time to
know.
go through and play a game a second time?
I
Yeah,
know.
and like I really enjoyed it. I got the happy ending because I got the chicken
Yeah,
door
you
open.
did.
I did. I got the very happy ending.
Happy ending with a
And
chicken.
I saw the other ending too.
Chicken fucker.
I saw the other ending too, and it's literally the same exact ending, but just in different time frames. I don't want to go too far into it, but it's basically the same thing. So either way, either ending you're getting basically the same ending. But either way,
Gotcha.
Guacamelee 2 is a full-on recommend for anyone who likes, like
For anyone who's not colorblind.
yeah.
If you're colorblind, maybe watch some YouTube videos.
But it has awesome combat, awesome traversal, awesome story, just fun set pieces. The boss fights are cool. There's some really cool. Like I said, the traversal piece of it is just sometimes just like I'm never gonna finish this, and you do, and it's just so triumphant and so much. You get that feel on top of the fun, on top of everything else, on top of the funny, on top of everything else.
Yeah.
So Guacamelee 2 is a full-on, full-bloated recommendation from me. What else
Yeah,
did I play?
think about grabbing those on Switch.
It's so good.
Because I don't care about, because again, like I
so
said,
good.
if you're hardbone and everything, I don't care about trophies for that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be perfect on the Switch. It'd be awesome.
I got Mega Man 11 for my birthday.
Ooh!
I have played everything up to Wily himself.
Oh,
I have
wow.
gone through the first few steps of Wily.
Okay.
Because these are the classic things
Yeah,
you gotta do.
right.
whatever. So I've gone through
Wow.
the boss rush mode already. I'm at Wily. It's Mega Man 11. It's Mega Man.
What are you playing it on?
Switch.
Switch?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's take a step back here. So if you're all curious if your Switch can withstand a fall down a flight of stairs, the answer is yes. It
Oh,
does.
no!
Because that happened in my house.
Oh, no.
The L1 button is a little sticky now,
Oh.
but that's fine.
But you can always buy different Joy-Cons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as you don't break the screen or
Right.
the
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So you're-
That's the media.
It's not
of it.
great, but
Yeah.
Right. It's a better
you're not buying a whole
option.
new Switch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and honestly too, like I was gonna buy some new Joy-Cons anyway because I also got Mario Party. I haven't played it yet, but I also got
Nice.
Mario Party. So I figured like that one, I can just turn that one sideways.
fuck are we
and the
doing
button's
here?
there.
Yeah.
I got it. This is not here, but I do. Mario Party will be happening soon.
I was saying, yeah, we need to figure that out now.
But-
Now that I know you bought it, we need to figure this
yeah,
out.
100%. So, Mega Man 11 is it's if you like the Mega Man formula, I mean, this is basically what it is.
Yep.
Add on the slowdown feature because it has a 2-gear system,
Right.
which is new. You know, one gear slows you down, the other gear powers you up.
I'm sorry, powers you up?
Yeah. So you get if you're doing like they have a charge blast like they have from like Mega Man X. So if I charge it all the way up and have the gear going, I send out 2 of like the big
Okay.
blasts that go up. And each one of your weapons you get from one of the bosses also has a power mode as well, which is very helpful. But yeah, I'm digging it. I mean, it's not
Cool.
it's not really revolutionary, but if
Sure.
you like Mega Man, you're like at this game. That's kind of the end all be all. Last but not least, I've been playing a game called The Magic Circle. Have either one of you heard of that game before?
Magic Circle. I don't think so.
It is a deep dive indie game. So it is. It's not. I play on PlayStation.
Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it really was. I bought it like a long time ago because it looked interesting. You can find it on the cheap sometimes, but
Is this the prequel to Life of Black Tiger?
No.
Oh, okay.
this is a good game. No, what the premise is like the premises of this game is you are in a game that's unfinished. So and they have so you're walking through the world, you spawn in the world, and it's all kind of like pencil drawn because it's not animated yet or colored in or anything like that yet. So, but while you're kind of going through the game, there's like these overseers that are kind of like making the game around you as you're going through. But because you're not really supposed to be in the game, they think you're a tester, but you're kind of like almost like a virus in the game. So what you can do is when you come across an enemy, I have no weapons. Like the premise of the game is like it's almost like a Skyrim with no weapons. The actual like game that they're
Okay.
building around me.
Yep.
So, but what I can do is I can hack into the bad guys, see their code, strip out the things I want, and then if I want to make them my friend, then they follow me. Like, so I can put in like allies with the hero, which was my.
Okay.
So I can be allies with the hero, and enemies with everything. So he'll follow me around and attack all the people as I go along. Or I can just make them not movable, and then their legs disappear, and then they can't do anything.
Seems cruel.
It's my. I have an army of like these dog creatures
cripples?
and rats and all these things that are just following me.
I have an army of paraplegics.
Legless.
They just stay where they are. They're very obedient.
So early in the game, you find that game was actually built on top as a sequel of another game, but it's been in the game is in development hell right now. It's been developing for like 10 years. So they have another game that was built underneath it that looks like a Doom type game.
Oh,
so
all right.
So they have that, and I go up top, and I'm back in the pencil world. But I can have like enemies from both following me. So I have like super jaggy, pixelated people, and then nice like 3D rendered graphics like follow me as well, and they're all attacking. But it's all puzzle based too. So like I had to get an ability that was fireproof, so I can get past these fire enemies. So I make one of my friends fireproof. I send him in to kill the 3 guys that are fire beings, and I can pass the bridge. But this game really reminds me of the Stanley Parable more than anything else, because it's just constantly breaking the fourth wall. It's very funny. It plays with like cliches and plays with like the game designer. I think is supposed to be Peter Molyneux.
Okay.
So it's like he have these really abstract thoughts about what the
Yeah.
game should
Over
be.
promise, under
And
deliver.
then as you're walking into the game, like as you're walking into that level, it was this huge, massive promise. There's like a document that you find from like the level designer's like, I can't do any of this. Like I don't know what he's thinking. This is the best I could do right now. And you can constantly see all the different level designers and sound designers bickering with each other in the audio documents and the file documents. This is super clever.
That's when you have your legless army attack them.
Yes. So I'm kind of digging it so far. I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it's going to sustain like a 10-hour game for me. I guess I can look up how long to beat that one. But it is super niche-y and kind of fun. And if you're like, I don't know, it's just very different than a bunch of stuff I was playing recently. So I just wanted to try it out. So I've been digging it. So that's my really long-winded.
Did you ever, many episodes ago, you get for my gift to you, you gave me a game called Maze. Did you ever go back and play that?
No, I didn't. I've been waiting to get it on sale for PSN. But I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've been.
So don't you have it for Humble Bundle?
I do, but like my computer sucks so bad. So I probably could play it, but I just haven't. But no, but like, I wish that game was like.
It's one of. I'm just.
Yeah.
You talking about that last game reminded me of that, because it's kind of like there's the world you're in, but there's like this other like story and dialogue that is like not occurring in the world you're in, like it previously happened. So it just kind of sounded the same.
Yeah, I wish
Never went back and finished.
I wish that game was like $3 or $4 just so you guys can play, just so you get a feel for it, because it's kind of really neat and silly and fun, and like even like the mechanics are so unique. Like I said, like you'll come across a new enemy and you have no idea what they do, because like I've never played this game before.
Right.
I don't know what this enemy does,
Right.
and then I'm stripping all of their powers away from them, and now I have them all, or like I can give them to somebody else. So it's just neat. That's all I gotta say about that. I've talked too long. Steak, what's coming out next couple weeks?
That's all I got to say about that.
God, I wasn't prepared. Here we go. Okay. October 25th, Chicken Range, the Nintendo Switch.
Now, do you think that's like a shooting range with chickens?
I think you're a chicken and you're shooting eggs out of your ass at
Down
targets.
the range?
Yes.
Okay. Would buy.
Day one. October 26th,
Pre-order.
Castlevania Requiem for the PS4. That includes Symphony of the Night
Okay,
and
and
Rondo of Blood
I was
in
wondering
their
if that's-
original formats.
if that's what that was.
But upscaled to 4K and all this other crap. And yeah, a lot of people are not happy about it. So
I don't know why. I mean, is it just because it's not?
I think it's because it's
not the
third-
Xbox version.
I think that might be part, but I think it's also like it's like $30.
Yeah,
I think it's like $30. Like I don't know. Like just Konami, just sell off Castlevania, please. Like let's get some real Castlevania
Just
games.
donate them to Nintendo.
God, actually everything.
My God.
Everything. All of your well, not just
send-
Nintendo.
send
but
Metal Gear to someone else.
Well, yeah, but sell off your high off. Like give someone Silent Hill and give someone Metal Gear.
Mike, if you could pick someone, let's divest Konami of all their.
That's our next topic for next time.
Oh,
because
that's actually a good one. That's
all
a good one. Let's save that for next
Save it
time.
for next
I
time.
like that. We can talk about that in a
we
while.
do DDR. Who would hit do?
Oh,
Write
let's
that
get back to that. Let's get back to all of that. Okay. Oh, I like this. I like that. Someone write that down so we don't forget
I'm
for
gonna write
next
down
time.
right
Also on October 26th, My Hero One's Justice for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Also on the 26th, a little game. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Red Dead Redemption 2 for
What's it about?
PS4 and Xbox One.
Cowboys, horses, and guns.
That's not in your news, is it? All right.
What?
Red Dead? Is Red Dead in your news?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, then I'll stop. All right, I'll continue. I'll go on. October 30th. Really? This is coming out October. Oh, wow. Call of Cthulhu, the official video game for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I'm kind of surprised. I've not heard anything about that since they originally announced it.
'Cause it's coming out in
that's like
late
a couple
October,
weeks.
November.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to end up being. Gal Metal is coming out for the Nintendo Switch and also on October 30th.
I don't know what that is, but I'm interested.
It's like a
Is it related to Gal Gun?
no. It's it is a anime like kind of like rhythm game.
Okay.
That is finally coming to the US.
Gotcha.
It looks good. It looks a lot of
To
fun.
the Vita?
Huh? Switch.
No, same thing.
Switch. Vita's dead. I hate to admit it, but Vita's dead. Also on October 30th, Lego Harry Potter collection for Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. Finally coming to those systems.
That was in the Xbox before?
PS4 was the only one that got
Really?
both of them.
Okay.
I don't know what rights
so weird.
were there for that. I don't know. That was really weird. But yeah, so Switch and Xbox One finally. Also on October 30th, Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition for Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. I'm pretty sure if you've previously bought Mutant Football League, you get a free update
Okay.
to this Dynasty Edition
Great.
of it. I actually popped that on the other day to play a game.
Yeah,
And I
really?
was just like, you know what? Like, this could be so much better, but I was like, yeah, it was kind of fun, though, for the couple of bit I
I
was
mean, it's
playing.
one of those things like I sat there and
It
played
could be a
like,
lot better,
when I played
but
it, I played like 2 or 3 games and I was like, it's okay. Doesn't
Yeah.
really.
Well, I hear this Dynasty Edition is supposed to add quite a bit to it, so I'm curious to see if this improves it. And also, too, the Midway Mutants are also horrible in the game, so hopefully they upgraded them to a better team, and hopefully we got Mac on the defense now, or Clack, or whatever they're gonna alternate the name of. Yeah. Also on October 30th, Sports Party for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
Sports
Party.
Yeah.
What does it even mean?
I don't know. Yomawari, the Long Night
Yomawari.
Collection for Nintendo Switch, and Dream Daddy, Director's Cut.
Oh my god.
Director's
You should totally play that.
Cut Ugh. For PS4, also on the 30th. Then on October 31st,
Still one of my bigger disappointments. In
yeah, that was a
Well, you
disappointment.
should try it yourself. You don't. I mean, I don't
You
know.
can try it yourself if you want. Yeah,
No, I'm not the
PS4.
one- no, I'm good.
Get those trophies.
Can we redo a game that we did on My Gift to You?
Yeah.
Did we ever establish those rules?
I've always been operating under the rules that we cannot.
I agree. But it's a dad rector.
But it's the Director's
Yeah,
Cut.
so it's different.
No.
Oh, watch my mouth 'cause he gives me next.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, let's redo games.
Yeah. Let's do this. On October 31st, Deathmark is coming to the Nintendo Switch. On November 2nd, Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is coming for the Nintendo Switch. And GameStop exclusive Super Sweet console.
Oh yeah. I did see
Oh
that.
my god, that's
Yeah,
so
that was pretty
nice.
What is a console?
So the dock itself has got
What game?
Diablo 3.
Okay, I saw it.
I forget, it's got the etching, and then they got Diablo etching on the back of the system itself, and it comes with that really nice carrying case too.
I saw the dock. I saw the carrying case. I didn't see the picture of the back of the system.
Oh yeah, it's got the
That makes
Diablo.
it that makes it a little more worthwhile. At first, I saw it, I'm like, it's a different fucking dock.
My
Carrying
dock is
case.
behind my TV. I wouldn't even
My
see
my dock is on the floor behind my TV, unhooked.
I only
I have my TV
My
repaired. It was-
dock's in the upstairs TV in my bedroom.
I have my dock hooked.
because I never use it.
I have my
It's
dock
just for charging purposes.
I have my dock hooked to power, but not the TV.
Yeah.
I don't because the same power cord for the friggin' thing when you travel. So
I know.
Yeah. Also on November 2nd, Taiko no Tatsuji,
Back on the
Drum No
Tatsuji.
Fun for the Nintendo Switch, and Taiko no Tatsuji Drum Session for the PS4. This is the Taiko Drum Master games. I don't know if everyone's ever played these before. These games are so awesome.
I don't want to play
I'm really mad because they're both digital only for the US, and
There's no drum.
you have to import the drum,
that's-
and it's like $70 to
That's
import.
a-
I've been looking into it, and I'm so tempted
Shit, right there.
because the drum's awesome.
I know. It's just, the whole part.
if you can afford keyblades, you can afford a drum.
Yeah,
Just play with the
it's a little
keyblade.
different.
This provides safety for my family.
For my family. But I really want to get one of these. Again, I won't get it though unless I can get the drum, because playing with the controller is just not going to be the same.
yeah.
No, Nintendo Switch could be a little bit the same, because you use the Joy-Cons like as for motion, so you can use those kind of, because they do sell like drumstick attachments for those to make you give like the idea of that. Right. It's still not the same.
No, you gotta get something.
And also, the only thing that sucks though too is like, so both versions have different songs, because the Switch version has Nintendo themed songs.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And the PS4, I believe, has I want to say they have some other like, what did I see? I don't know. PS4 has some exclusive songs as well. So it's like, that's really difficult. It was like, well, which version to get with the drum and everything.
Outside
too.
of those handful of exclusives for each platform, is the rest of the playlist the same?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes, outside of the exclusive ones. Otherwise, all the other songs are the same.
Okay.
But those Taiko games, they're so much fun.
Man,
they're such good games too. Oh no, what did you do? Come back.
We're in February.
No, actually, we went like way past. Here we go. Thank God we're at the bottom.
What did you do, Ray?
November 6th is when I always butcher it.
Darude Sandstorm.
Daricine. It's that for PlayStation VR. It's that game from Software, the developers of Dark Souls. For it's like I think it's supposed to be like a French kind of name, so that's why I can't pronounce it. But it's for PlayStation VR.
I was Portuguese, I'd be all over it.
Yeah. That's where I'm still very convinced that somehow it looks super sweet and different from what they're. I'm still somehow convinced there's going to be a twist, or it's going to go into the Dark Souls at the end or something. I have this gut feeling because it's a happy cherry end. Too completely opposite of their
suddenly
usual.
The monsters from Dark Souls pop out and slaughter the shit out of you.
Speaking of PlayStation VR, and I gotta find. I've been so freaking busy. I picked up that Astrobot Rescue mission.
Oh yeah,
I cannot
I've
wait.
heard good things.
I've heard amazing things about it because I played that platform game in the playgrounds because that it's based off of. That was incredible, and I hear this just takes it to a whole nother level. So I can't wait to finally sit down and play that. Also on November 6th, The Forest for PS4. Also on November 6th, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Also on the 6th, Omen of Sorrow for the PS4. Also on the 6th, Overkill's The Walking Dead for PC.
Oh, finally. Just for PC?
Yep. That's the first-person shooter.
It's like payday.
My guess is that PC now, console early.
So what you're
next
saying
year.
is someone's going to put out a Walking Dead game with an ending?
Well, we'll see.
Well, I mean, if you die,
I don't know.
I
This has been in development for how long?
A long time.
Well, we'll see if it even works.
Art and I like Payday, and it's from the same people. It's kind of the same idea plus zombies. So,
Right, which should be fine.
Yeah,
it should work great.
We'll see.
Then finally, also on November 6th, Roll of Final Fantasy Maxima for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. If you've never played it, get it. It's a lot of fun. I played the crap out of that on my Vita, and I'm very tempted to get it again for Xbox. Because playing a Final Fantasy game like that on Xbox makes me happy and giddy. A little giddy.
Happy in the pants?
Yeah. But also on I was thinking like, oh, maybe I get it for Xbox One for the achievements, but I'm like, oh, but then I can get it for Switch though too. Like that's kind of like that's also my thing because they also put up the listings for Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 10 for the Switch, and I'm like, do I really want to buy these for like a third time and a fourth time?
No.
I might need to. And then so your PlayStation Plus games for October. For PlayStation 4, Friday the 13th, the game for PS4. Laser League for PS4, Master Reboot for PlayStation 3, The Bridge for PlayStation 3, cross-buy with the PS4 and PlayStation Vita, Rocket Birds 2 Evolution for the PlayStation Vita, cross-buy with the PS4, and 2064 Read-Only Memories for the PlayStation Vita, cross-buy with the PS4. And do not forget, for November, the PS4 games were already leaked, Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Allegedly.
People can play for free what I consider to be one of my biggest wastes of money in video games. Friday the 13th.
Well, it was that in Mafia 3 this year, so you've gotten like a couple of your big games that you weren't a big fan of.
At some point, I feel like I need to go back and like give Mafia 3 like another 10 minutes or something, because
One of these days I'll pop that on.
Andy's been playing it.
I see Andy playing
And
it.
he's played it way more. He's way further into it than I ever got. Like, I sent him a text message like, "What are you doing with that?
Why are you playing Rainbow
why,
Six Siege?
why are you playing this terrible game?" And he's like, "It's not that bad." So
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe if they patch it a little bit or
Right.
what, but
But your problems weren't with like technical hiccups.
No,
it was with like
It's the
It
game
was
itself,
the pace of
right?
play.
Yeah.
it was with the fact that I can go into an area where there's supposed to be combat and hide around a corner and throw a rock. And a guy walks up to me, I snap his neck.
Yeah.
And I throw another rock. And I have a pile of bodies there, and no one's looking at this goddamn pile of bodies and hesitating. Oh, what's around the corner?
Yeah, all right. So, and then your Xbox games with gold for October. For Xbox One right now, you can download Overcooked until October 31st. And then
Play
it's
it
like-
with your spouse if you want to get divorced or break
yeah,
up.
no, don't do that. And then, as I talked about earlier, Victor Vron from October 16th through November 15th. And then currently that you can download for Xbox 360 that's also playable on your Xbox One, Hitman Blood Money until October 31st.
Nice.
Oh, and then also backwards capabilities. Xbox just added Left 4 Dead 2,
And
Orange
X-Enhanced.
Box, and yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
I might need to go find a copy of Orange Box and play that all over.
I think so.
And Left 4 Dead.
I think copies of that game are surprisingly hard to find.
Orange Box is, I think Left 4 Dead is everywhere. And like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
To like $5.
I'm pretty sure I bought Left 4 Dead.
God, really? Orange Box is that
Super-
difficult though? Because there were a
I looked
lot
for-
of them.
Before they started doing backwards compatibility, like when I still had my PS3 hooked up,
Well, I think the PS3 one was hard to get.
maybe that was it.
Because I think it ran like
came out-
crap.
it came out late.
It came out late. It ran like crap, and I think they didn't make as many copies because of that. I think so. I think the PS3 one
I mean,
might
like
be.
that game was a thing when we lived together, and that was
Oh, that was a long time
Fucking
ago. I was in
four-
college. It's probably like
6.
2006. I want to say it's probably like 12 years ago.
About.
Yeah,
12 years ago, was it?
yeah.
I'm trying to think of
I want to say
my work
2006.
history.
2005, 2006. I think that came out because I was in college, so that was early college year. So
Nice.
second year.
When
So
did Circuit City go
2006.
I was just thinking about that too. I think that went under. Jesus. 08?
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that lines up perfectly. So I think we moved in together when I was 26,
There you go.
Crazy.
Math.
and I was 18 in 2000. Okay, carry the 3.
Exactly.
That's like whenever I questions like that come, I'm like, wait, let me figure this out by residences. I've been in my house for 4 years.
I did that by jobs.
Before that, I lived in an apartment for a year. I lived in another apartment for 2 years.
Extra.
Oh, and also the Crisis trilogy was backwards compatible on
Oh.
Xbox One as well now. Those games back in the day.
Extra.
It's time for the news. The very short news.
News.
Okay, so following up on one of the stories from last episode,
The day.
We were
PSN
kind of right.
PSN name changes have been confirmed to be a thing. They will be available in beta to preview program users towards the end of the year. And there's a billion caveats with this.
Oh my god.
I didn't even get into it. Like, I don't even understand it.
It's so annoying.
So, okay, let's just go through the stuff that's known so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not talk
Oh,
about
right.
the
I was gonna
let's
say,
not,
yeah.
let's not talk about the unknown issues.
Yeah.
During the preview program, you can change your ID as many times as you want. First change is free. Changes after that will cost $10. Unless you're a PlayStation Plus member, that's $5. That's the same thing as Xbox Live.
I was
so,
like, yep, no big deal.
I'm sure people are bellyaching over that already. When you change your ID, you have the option to display your previous ID as well. So, you know.
AKA.
So Bob Smith, a.k.a. Donglicker69.
I mean, because you've been waiting this long to change it. I mean, you still want to have that.
Why are you changing?
Just in case.
Why are you changing from Dawn Liquor though? I mean,
Maybe he doesn't lick dongs anymore.
Are.
Maybe he doesn't lick dongs anymore.
oh, okay.
It's been 15 years. Things can change.
Maybe now he's salad tosser 420.
Oh, fair enough.
One can only hope.
Let's see what else here. So, like, once you decide to display your old ID or not, that's permanent. You cannot change that setting at some point.
See, I don't like that 'cause I wish we could like just set like, hey, for the first month.
Yeah, right.
Display my old so people know what my new one is, and then go away and then disappear, just so people understand. Because I think then it's gonna be like when people change their names, a new name's gonna pop up. You're like, who the fuck is this?
Right.
Like,
or just like make it visible just to like your friends, you know,
Right.
or like people who give a shit.
Like a little
As opposed to,
parentheses
you know,
or something.
It'll be like when I get a friend request from someone. Who the fuck is this? The features will be compatible with PS4 games originally published after April 1st, 2018. And a large majority of mostly played PS4 games before that date. The PlayStation blog says, please note, not all games and applications for PS4, PS3, and PS Vita systems are guaranteed to support the online ID change. Users may encounter issues or errors in certain games. If you experience issues, after changing your ID, you can revert back for free at any time, but you can only do that once. Reverting back will solve most issues caused by the ID change.
So I wonder what these issues or what these errors are going to be.
You know, y'all remember the movie Apollo 13 when they were trying to land the space shuttle back to Earth, and they were just like picking things up from around the space shuttle to cram into that hole,
Right.
and to make it work. I feel like this is what this is. Because I feel like this is like this. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can change your names now. Go for it.
That sounds about right.
And then like, is it gonna
that
work?
sounds about right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna burn up in the atmosphere. I don't know. One of the two.
At least we could say we tried.
Yeah. So like, I rather, getting away from that analogy, I'd rather have him blow it up and start from scratch.
Just blow it up.
Blow up Apollo 13. No, blow up. I honestly I would almost. I went back and looked at my PlayStation 3 trophies. I would not be okay with losing all those.
Yeah.
But
Be okay with losing some of them.
there's got to be. I mean, this is just nonsense. Like to me, like
It's weird.
this seems just like a whole cluster of badness is going to be happening to everyone real soon. If you want to change your name,
I think I'm just gonna leave mine as B. Like,
100%
I was
keep my name
like,
the
fuck
same.
it. Like, I don't care. Like, cause I was gonna, I wanted to change it to so at least it would match my Xbox, so it'd be just like
yeah.
across the both. It's this exact same name. But then like, this sounds like such a fucking hassle. And then if I ever have like a if I ever have a PS3 again, let's just say, and I want to play some old games again, like it sounds like I might not be able to at that point.
yeah, there's got to be a thing. I mean, I would almost have them just draw a line in the sand, and like, I don't know. To me, I think they were just trying to like appease too much of like. You get to keep this, but you kind of get to change this. But like, we need to shoehorn it in here.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I don't know. This whole thing feels icky to me.
Yeah.
Even though we've been waiting forever for, like, we finally did it.
We
finally did,
but
We finally did it, but here's some of the reasons we didn't do it before.
We fixed 14 problems.
Jesus.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
We fixed one problem, and we created 12
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The whole thing feels kind of like Pandora's box.
It's one of those things, like, I hope at some point, like, either leading up to this or somewhere, like, down the road, like, somebody who used to work on this part of Sony's ecosystem or somebody who is working on it now and will later be able to speak about it, like, can talk about, like, what the hell happened here.
Yeah.
Because, like, looking at it from a very, like, with no knowledge, to me, it seems like it's a database.
right.
And I don't understand why is it so hard to assign a goddamn unique identifier at every entry of the database, and you change the name, which is no longer the unique identifier. I don't get it.
I have no idea what you just said. So there's no way I can fix that problem.
It's you have this grid, and you have the person's name and all their trophies and shit after it. And it's like right now everyone's just identified by the name. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is like put another index in there. So McGill Mike is user 1.
Yeah.
I'm R331 is user 2.
Right.
Like make that number the identifier, and then just change the fucking name. But I know like a very rudimentary level about database shit.
Database 101. That was your lesson for today.
What else you got? My head hurts.
Not much.
Which plane?
Wait, what? We can't keep going backwards like this. This messes with the editing.
So there was a big to-do this week about surrounding Red Dead Redemption 2. They did an interview with one of the Housers, the co-founders of Rockstar, and the part that like everyone grabbed onto in this interview was he talked about how he said like we've been working 100-hour weeks, and the big rallying cry among gaming people the past year has been crunch time for developers and how and this kind of got tied back to when GTA 5 came out. There was the Rockstar Wives letter to the editor that got sent somewhere about how basically their spouses are held hostage for 80 hours a week in the months leading up to the release of the game. And so everyone got all worked up about this. And, you can't work people 100 hours a week. And the guy who was in, I think it was Dan Houser. Yeah, Dan Houser. Came back out later and he's like, it was taken out of context. Me and my brother and the 2 other lead writers have occasionally put in 100-hour weeks. We're not doing that for all our workers. We treat our workers well. And everyone kind of took that like, okay, a good, nice backpedal. Of course that's what the boss is going to say.
Yeah, right.
No, we're not working everyone 100 hours a week. It's just us. And the most recent thing that came out today is that Rockstar has basically told all their employees, you're free to talk about this on social media.
Yep.
Good or bad, say whatever you want about the situation. And I haven't read too much into that. From what it's basically a mixed bag. Some people are saying, it's fine. This is the best job I ever had. Yes, sometimes we work long hours, but we do it to put out kick-ass products. And you have some people who say, I work 60 hours a week for a year before the game comes out because that's what I'm told is expected.
It's tough. Like, I don't know how you change that kind of culture because it's like an industry-wide thing. Crunch is a thing that's been going on at least the last couple of generations of video games. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's
you get better project managers.
I don't disagree. I mean, but at the same time,
like
it's
every game
one of
has
those
it,
things
though,
where we've been hearing about this for a long time. I mean, like years. We've been hearing about these type of things happening, especially during crunch time, where they're basically they don't leave the office for the whole week almost or something like that. We hear about this all the time. And like that's the thing, we're not even in the industry. We hear about that. So at the same time, it's like as much as that isn't like it's like a terrible thing and it sucks for these people, but you kind of should know going into it. Like this is gonna like kind of prepare yourself for like okay, the company just set a release date. Those 3 weeks before that, hey honey, I'm not going to see you for 3 weeks. Like basically kind of thing. Like the company announced this release date, and if the trend, and I work for Rockstar, which means I have to release the highest product possible on day one. That's what's expected of Rockstar.
Right.
So that last month, I'm going to be at the office constantly. Like I might come home, sleep really quick for like 2 hours, and then go right back. Like I mean, it's one of those things. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but at the same time, you kind of just should expect that, like in a way, especially for something, especially for a company like Rockstar or something, like
right.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, right? So like someone's not gonna, talk about an artist who worked on a painting for 18 straight hours. No one's gonna talk about that, right? Because and it's
like following more onto that, like you have tax professionals lead up to tax deadline. They don't go home. They sleep in offices. If there's a major natural disaster, insurance adjusters aren't fucking going home.
Let me tell you how much I worked during Black Friday prepping. when I prepped Black Friday for the whole store.
Sure.
I guess there was a week and a half where I was there from 2 hours before open to 2 hours after close, and that was leading up to the date of actually doing it. So I don't know.
Like if you work for a large company and your infrastructure gets hacked or attacked, the fucking IT department's not going home till everything's fixed.
Right.
Or something just goes down.
Right.
Like that same thing. Right. Exactly. Like, I mean, we've had, with the world I'm in, like my boss, I know has gotten those calls at 2 a.m.
Yep.
And like, there's been times where like I come in and like an hour later, he's like, all right, I'm going home. And I'm like, what? He's like, be like, yeah, I was here since 2 a.m. because something went down. Like, oh, well, okay then. Like, you know what I mean? It's just that things happen.
And it's
like,
not, it's not 365, right?
Right.
Like, it happens here or there, or it happens, like you said, it happens leading up to a certain date. But the counterpoint to that argument, right, is you have a steady job. I have a steady job. People who do these things have a steady job. Where all these guys are just kind of like on contract by contract thing. So like the second this game is done, like they're out the door. So they're putting their heart and soul into this thing, living this project, and their project is done, and that's it. And they got to figure out a new project to go to and probably start all over again.
Sure, but the thing is, to me, it's like the contractors. Like I think they would almost want to do it. Like in a way, because you get paid by the hour, and that's more money.
Right.
And so, like, I mean, so you're working that like crazy these last few weeks. Yeah, you're working like you're busting your ass, but guess what? you could take the next 4 or 5 months off
Right.
because you worked so much and made
Yeah.
so much money. You could take the next 4 or 5 months off. I mean, look at what's his name? The guy that did God of War.
Barlog?
Yeah, all of his interviews are like, I cannot wait. He's like, man, I haven't seen my wife and kids in like for the last 2 months, and then once I'm done with this interview circuit, I'm going home. I'm spending all my time with my wife and kids, and when they're sleeping, I'm catching up on my video games. Like that's like, you know, I mean, that's the world they live in. As much as like some of us are like, oh my god, that's insane, but that is the video game world,
Yeah.
like
And
development world. That's why I got out of that a long time ago. I quit that a long time ago.
And I mean, that's the sticky part of this argument, right? Or the conversation where it's just like, they don't have to stay. Like,
Right.
they're not.
They're, the people who are the coders, developers, they're highly skilled to be working on this stuff. They could take those skills and go do something else that is a 40-hour-a-week job that pays them a nice salary and good benefits.
How many times are video games made by 1 or 2 guys?
Right?
You sick of this job? I'm sick of this job too. Let's go make our own thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's a whole. That sounds way easier than I'm sure it is. But
these contractors too, like I want on my resume. I did Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, right.
I want
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and I kept stuck it to the end and then I could use someone from Rockstar as a reference. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, hell yeah, you can get any job after that if you ask me.
But, like when I made the comment right when we started, like better project managers. This game's been in development for what, 7 years?
Probably or something. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there, you have to cram that much shit in the last handful of months. Because on a game that's been in development for 7 years, the planning went wrong somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I mean, at some point, and I think also this Hauser guy, I think part of him mentioning this, I'm gonna take him at his word that it was him and his brother, the co-founders, and the 2 other lead writers, the only ones working that long. He needs to get with the times. That's some old school thinking shit there. I worked 100 hours a week. That's what our parents and grandparents were.
Right.
That, our generation and younger, it's like, I have a job where I work by an acceptable number of hours and I have a good work-life balance.
Yeah.
And this last thing I'm going to say about this. So, I was for Game Informer, like Dreams is their cover story for this month.
Oh, right.
And they had like the interview process they were talking about. In the interview, talked to the lead not creative director, one of the directors of the game. Asked him about like. What is like you're basically making a game engine? What does crunch look like? It's like we don't do crunch here. So I think it's also like and then that game has been delayed forever.
Jesus, yeah.
So what's the answer? Do you delay your game forever and then become kind of have that persona, or do you do this crunch and kind of have it come out significantly sooner? So I don't think there's a good answer for that.
And like the other part I wanted this in the news was like, okay, let's not take him at his word and assume they were forcing people to work 60, 80, 100-hour weeks for months at a time, no end in sight. Well, end in sight is a release date.
Yeah, right.
They need to start patching and developing the online. Never mind. As a consumer, you read that and you're like, that's not fair. That's not good. So what do? Do you buy the game to support the people who busted their ass on this, but then the money goes to the company that forced them to work in inhumane conditions? Or do you not buy the game and make all that time that they lost from their lives and from their families wasted?
Right. No, that's a good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
it
makes sense.
Easy answer is, speak with your wallet. But, I mean, personal opinion, if I sat there and poured my heart and soul and my life into a game, into creating something, I would want it to be out there and get seen and enjoyed, at least get that out of it. I mean, I have no doubt these people are likely being paid well. Working for Rockstar on
I'm sure.
one of the biggest games in the world.
I'm sure.
But, there's that, you don't go into this and you don't get into a job that has the expectation of crunch on every project and, putting in these ridiculous hours without having some passion for it and wanting what you built to be seen and enjoyed and experienced. So it's one of those things it's like a lose-lose as far as like from the consumer perspective, what do you do?
No, I hear you.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, But that's the thing too. It's like, you know, everyone's making a big. It's like one of these things where it's like it's known in the industry this happens, and like everyone's just making a big deal now because someone said something, and you know what I mean. And like with Rockstar and everything, it's Rockstar and everything. Like, come on, like Square Enix. I'm sure theirs is way worse. Like, I'm sure right now people are putting in 100-hour work weeks for Kingdom Hearts 3 to get that out in January. Like, I guarantee you that's already started for the Kingdom Hearts 3.
All right. That's all I got.
That's it.
All right. How long are we in right now?
Another beer.
How long are we in right now, too?
I don't think we're that far, actually.
Yeah, you think? I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like I've been talking a lot. More than
Because
usual.
you never shut up.
I know. I'm wordy.
Oh, shit. We are like an hour in.
Yeah, so... do we want to do the Would You Rather still?
Sure.
All right, good. So we're going to play a little video game. Would You Rather? I think the only real rule is that I think that we have to pick a side. There's no neither.
middling?
No middling, no neither. I think you have to be definitive on what your answer is going to be.
This might be a lot of scenarios from you two and me just picking a side.
Whatever.
I
I
did not,
would like you to defend it, though.
I did not read the email. I didn't read the syllabus.
We'll do it again. All right. I'll do my first one. All right. So, would you rather be forced to play all your games via a streaming service or buy all your games physically for $80 a piece? Now, that would only mean, like, to me, that also would mean, like, it would have to get a physical release.
Right.
So, if the smaller indie games may or may not even get a release, and if they do, it's going to be $80. So, you want to work on a fully streaming service where you're streaming every game, or pay $80 for physical. I personally would stream.
I'd rather pay $80 for physical.
I would pay $80 for physical.
Really? Do you just don't believe in the streaming service that much?
I don't want to have to rely on it. If I want to play my game, I want to play my game.
You're right, because if like power's out or internet's out, like you're hosed.
There's that, or just, you know, I mean, there's the
Power's out, not playing
service.
shit.
Okay, good point. Internet's out.
But the service on their end, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if they're having maintenance or issues themselves and stuff like that, like, I don't, and that's always been my concern going into the streaming
Yeah, right.
world, is like, if I want to play something, what if I can't?
But $80?
I'll play it, yeah.
Honestly, I think
I don't play that much.
we're long overdue for an increase in.
I think,
Well,
I think next gen's $70.
Next gen's
a pop.
they're definitely going up to 70 at least. But like,
That's like when you say 80, I'm like
yeah.
I have games now that I would gladly pay.
Oh, absolutely.
So is
some of these giant
do you
games.
have a-
I would have paid $80 for Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think I did. Do you have like a threshold of money where you would change your like if it's like $100 a game, would you change it?
That would push it. That would be pushing it, I think. Because that's. I mean, if you think about that, like, god damn, like spending $100 on a game, it's like, holy crap.
See, honestly,
like, you know what I mean? Just thinking of that
I know.
naturally. Oh,
I think I would probably buy less games.
well, god, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I would be
absolutely.
buy just these gigantic. I'd be
Yes.
buying these
So,
gigantic
like,
games.
here's the thing, and I can tell you exactly where the difference in perspective comes in to this, at least between you and me.
Yeah.
Like, I sit there and like the games I play are pretty much the big name games.
Yeah.
You're the guy who dips his toe into everything that piques your interest.
Yeah,
You know,
I
all
played
the,
three
all the
games
free,
I've never
all the
even heard
free
of.
games on PlayStation Plus, you'll give it a shot.
Yeah, right.
Usually, especially the smaller titles. So yeah, for you it would make more sense to do the streaming thing. But like I play the big name games. I might play an indie title if I hear great reviews on it, or there's some buzz around it or something. But if you're telling it's, I haven't seen enough out of the streaming services to get my trust yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
Like the whole, like, Google sent out their invites for the people got accepted for Project Stream, and
Yeah.
they get to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and a lot of people, some people have come back and they've had great experiences. Others talk about how there is some input lag still,
Yeah.
and you do drop frames, and the game will stutter and come to a crawl, and depending on how prevalent that is, that could completely ruin the experience. for me.
100%.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, we're entering the 4K world too. So like streaming 4K.
That's the other thing,
I
too,
can
like-
tell you right from experience, like just from like video streaming
Yeah.
4K. Like I have issues sometimes on YouTube going to my TV streaming 4K video. It's brutal. Like if my internet is not if my internet's hiccuping, like it will not do 4K very well.
So,
Like, if you came back and asked me this question in a year, I might have a completely different answer.
okay. I'll come back in here. What? You got one?
No, dude. Yes. Okay. So, would you rather have Wario or Waluigi as your evil sidekick?
Waluigi.
Fuck you, Wario. Wario all the way.
Man, I feel Waluigi only because I think Wario would be the dominant character in a twosome between me and him. So I think if it was me and Waluigi, I have a chance of being like he being my minion.
Okay.
As opposed, yeah.
Wow.
Waluigi's so like lanky and awkward. He just looks. If nothing else, I get a good laugh out of it.
There was. I saw
I'm gonna laugh at Wario. too.
someone cosplayed as like a real life Waluigi, and it was grotesque.
Yeah.
It was just like disturbing, just seeing this monstrosity. So let me take this back. Is it an animated sidekick? No. Yeah, I just man, I don't know. That's a good one though. Yeah, I think I take Waluigi.
That was like the first thing that popped in my head when you said like we should
That's a
do
good
this. So
one.
like, oh my god, that's awesome.
All right. Would you rather play Hatful Boyfriend with your grandmother or a 10-year-old version of your child? I was gonna say your child, but it's gonna be too young for you. So that's an easier thing. Way too young for you. Let's say 8-year-old. Your child is now 8 years old. Would you rather play Hatful Boyfriend with your child or your grandmother? Because either way, there's a unbelievable amount of explanation you need to do. Either way.
I'm going with grandmother because I would find that way more hilarious than my kid asking the questions.
I'm gonna go with my kid because I don't think they would understand at all what the hell's going
The
on.
only thing they're going to be asking you just
My
like
grandmother
an
understands.
well,
Her like shock and disbelief and like
That's the thing. I think grandma would be like,
like
"What
disappointment.
the fuck is this?"
But I think-
she'd get up and leave 5 minutes in.
But no, I think I think there's a different type of questions, right? Where like the grandma's just like, why are there pigeons talking? Why are you trying to date the pigeons? Like I don't understand. But they understand the context of dating and things like that.
True.
When your 8-year-old doesn't even understand dating at all,
Yeah.
or sex or anything of that matter. So like,
I was saying, I think it's more like it would be more hilarious with the grandma, but it's more avoiding the issues with the kid. I think that's the direction.
so you said grandmother? Yes. Oh man, I don't know. I'm just picturing. God, it's also very distinct for which grandma I pick as well. I'd say grandma because they're gonna love me no matter what.
The kids will love you no matter what until they hit like 8.
Yeah.
And then it gradually gets worse until they hit like 17. And then when they hit like their mid-20s, it gets better.
That sounds about right.
Yes, I feel like I've went through that arc myself. So yeah, I think
that's what I did.
yeah, I think I would pick grandmother for that one. For sure.
Same question, but shower with your dad simulator.
Grandma. I'll go grandma on that one.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can look my grandmother in the eye and play that game.
I can just
Your kids are 2 girls.
I know.
just see my grandma
For
turn to
you,
me.
this is the hardest question.
know.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I can see my grandma just turn to me and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh my god, this is why'd I ask this question? Oh my god, I don't know. I think I would still go with grandma for this one.
Damn it, I was hoping you would stall it longer. I think I just won.
No, I got. You're gonna get an answer. I may not feel great about it. But, you're gonna get an answer.
Mine would be grandmother. Again, I would find it funny how disgusted with me that would be.
Oh man, that's just so icky.
Especially my one grandmother who's like, when I was a kid, she was like, the video games are going to rot his mind.
Not this one.
Which is funny because now, like, since video games let me to an ass backwards path to my job now.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, look where video games got me. Good health insurance, full-time job, no risk of being fired. Yeah.
Yep.
Where's the next one?
Okay. So, one of these would destroy the other one. So,
Okay.
would you rather have Street Fighter
Okay.
or Mortal Kombat?
Ooh, so that one's just completely wiped from the
The other one would be completely wiped from the world.
man. Mortal Kombat's so good.
It's,
I would pick Mortal Kombat.
yeah, I mean, for me, it's hands down Mortal
Are
Kombat.
we, like, going back in history and the other one was never created?
Right.
So Mortal Kombat 1.
It would completely delete everything from that
So
franchise.
Mortal Kombat 1
franchise.
fought Street Fighter 1
And-
and won, and one of the two won. The
So,
other one.
Yep.
another question. Does that mean that everything... Basically, what I'm getting at here is Mortal Kombat influenced what's the fucking superhero fighting game?
Injustice.
Would Injustice not exist then too?
I mean, technically, if you think about that, because because if Mortal Kombat didn't exist, then that potentially might not have been created either. Maybe not.
Or,
it might
or, yeah, or that may have been
It might
created
have been
earlier.
It might have happened, but it might have been something else, or done in more of like a Street Fighter fighting style.
It's one of those things where like the more I keep asking these questions, like, in my head, I'm just thinking like more and more ripple effect,
Yeah.
and it's all on the Mortal Kombat side. So Street Fighter would go away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Because my thought is Mortal Kombat was Midway, so
Right.
we never have had NBA Jam and NFL Blitz and Open Ice. And,
Sure.
Very good.
Well, I mean, that stuff might have happened though, right? I mean,
but
even without, but it might not. It might have been as well known.
I don't know the timeline well enough off the top of my head to know
Of when
if,
they came out,
If Mortal
right,
Kombat came out first, and did
Right.
that generate all the funding for those other ones to be
Right.
created?
Well, Mortal Kombat.
Midway was before. Had other games.
Well, Mortal
outside of
Kombat. That
like
was a
Gauntlet.
long
They-
time.
they-
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
they had a
because
bunch
they have
of-
they have
bunch
those
of
they have those
arcades.
old classic
Right.
things with for Midway. Yeah, they've got those. But in terms of like NBA, like that kind of stuff, like yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I gotta go with Mortal Kombat all the way. Like I like Street Fighter a lot, but man, just I just remember back in the day playing that Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet, the first one in the bowling alley, and it's just
Would you rather
so amazing.
be able to play basketball like you're an NBA Jam or football like you're an NFL Blitz? Like,
Blitz.
Like me,
I was like-
my actual
I was
person.
saying, you're just this is really just comes down to which sport I prefer playing. I'm gonna go with Blitz.
either way,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I just
Blitz.
If I had the discipline and dedication and physical abilities, I absolutely would have kept playing football. But I realized sophomore year of high school, this wasn't taking me anywhere, so I might as well just not do it.
man, Blitz. Yeah, it's like you're just like a runaway freight train. But like
Blitz would be
like
awesome.
Jam is just like you just jump so high.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing all kinds of flips and set nets on fire and stuff. Man, it's just I don't know. I'm gonna say Jam just be different. All right, that's not my actual question that just came up. All right,
Unfortunately, have you guys heard about Playgrounds 2?
No.
yeah.
That's so disappointing.
What
I heard it's just a microtransaction.
Oh, is it? I
hellhole.
didn't know that.
'Cause 2K owns it again now. 2K now owns the Playgrounds because the
fun,
first
though.
one was fun.
Yeah.
Like they had issues and stuff like that, but this one just filled with microtransactions now. It's got the V coins just like the VC coins.
stop.
Can EA just give us the street games back?
Oh my god, NBA Street was amazing.
great. That'd be such a good
amazing. The amount of hours I spent on Street, it was insane.
All right, you open a door, you fall through a portal.
Okay.
Would you rather wake up in the world of The Witcher or Cyberpunk? So which CD Projekt Red game would you rather wake up in?
Cyberpunk,
Cyberpunk.
hands down for me.
Why?
I prefer futuristic shit.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just like The Witcher, like that's like going like back to those days. Like I don't want to
agree.
be in
I
that
agree.
world.
I agree with you guys, but I think just because I would be dead within the first 12 minutes of being in the Witcher world, because I can't do anything.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. No,
There's
I could not
magic and
function
dragons and
And like, but like,
I don't know how
in a rural area.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah,
I
like,
couldn't.
I don't know how to
know.
wield a sword.
Yeah,
I can't hunt.
well, I can't even lift a sword.
I can't hunt a rabbit, let alone
Take
like
my phone. I'll take my phone keyboard.
I'm here
to fight.
There,
Let alone
bud.
many rabbits, which would necessitate an entire rack.
Yeah.
So I agree, but I just think just because I think the Witcher world would be really cool to be in, right? I think that'd be just having all the monsters and demons and the
Witcher
magic
world-
and all that cool stuff.
The Witcher world would be a great ride at Disneyland.
Yeah.
But I want to get off at some point. 'Cause I don't.
There's
I don't
no-
want to
there's
have.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
There's
I don't
no,
want to live there.
there's no real danger.
I want to be in a little car that I travel through and leave.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is as scary and dystopian as that is. I think would fit my personality more.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Speaking of The Witcher, I
Oh,
am trying so hard to not buy Soul Calibur 6. Because it is getting amazing reviews. And Joel, whatever his name is, I forget how to pronounce his name. Geralt is in there. He's a guest character.
I should just really start playing Witcher 3. Either way, what else you got?
Yeah, I should do that too. Okay, so this one's more for me, but you guys know
That's fine.
You guys know the game. So Kingdom Hearts worlds.
Okay.
For the next Kingdom Hearts, would you rather have a Star Wars world or a Marvel world?
You could have stopped at Star Wars, and I would have said whatever the other one.
Yeah.
I'm torn, right? Because there's been some okay Star Wars games as of late. I think the Marvel would be cooler in that world, though.
I think Marvel just work better.
I think Marvel works better,
I think it
period.
feels. I think if because like I mean, just the way it is. Like I think Star Wars would just. Because, like, I mean, obviously the game's already so far-fetched with the different Disney
Yeah,
worlds
yeah.
and stuff like that, but I think it would be even more, like, out there if it was Star Wars. I don't know how you would connect that. I think it'd be kind of weird. I mean, obviously you go to, like, these different worlds, so I guess you can go to the Tatooine world,
Yeah, right.
you know what I mean, or whatever, but I don't know. I just think Marvel would just fit in
Also because there's also
better.
like a few million timelines for Marvel.
Oh,
There's
right,
really
yeah,
one for
yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's you got for that? What's your take on Marvel and Star Wars?
Your two favorite things.
Let me ask my next question. All right, this is the last. This
Text
last,
your brother and ask him what his opinion on it is.
Oh God.
It's probably similar.
Yeah. What? All right. So here is.
What's a Star Wars?
Yeah. Here's my last one. Would you rather have your girlfriend to have the PlayStation Lara Croft boobs, or you have the Atari style penis from Showering with Your Dad Simulator? It's a no-win situation, right? Because you have, if you say the girlfriend, you have, damned her to a life of pointiness, but you, if it's the male piece of it, like you're a rectangle, like it's sharp.
I am going with the Lara Croft boobs. This is hands down, no question. That's fine.
I don't know.
I'm
know,
okay
man.
with the pointiness. I'm okay with that. They're of good size.
I just don't know. Well, yeah, but I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I would even enjoy that. Like on my end of it, I don't think I would enjoy a rectangular penis either.
Yeah, that was gonna say I think that'd be way more awkward.
I think I have to go with the boobs because if you have a giant rectangular penis, there's no pleasure in it for the lady, and you're just gonna be cut off. Period.
I don't know, but she loves you. You didn't turn her boobs triangular.
I mean, I kind of just did.
Let's say you didn't. I don't know. I might go with the 8-bit penis. Just because, like, I assume
It's always hard.
And
There's no
I-
flaccidity there.
it's fine.
That's true.
You have to get wider legs on your jeans.
That's true.
If it's not hard, it's always dangling that far.
That's right.
There's no shrinkage.
I just even in the shower. But I don't know. I had a point there before this.
I was in the pool.
I still assume it still works, right?
You can never wear shorts.
Yeah, that's fine. I can live without shorts. I still
I couldn't. I'm wearing shorts.
But also, like you said though too, like that dude was hanging down between his knees.
Yeah.
So like, you are gaining a little stature along
Yeah,
with this.
yeah.
I assume
Well,
it still works.
What can you do with it?
I don't know, but I'm like,
Is there some sick lady out there who just gets off on being stabbed with a fucking
Well, it's
2x4?
I'm sure. Google it. I'm sure
You
somewhere.
Google it. I've Googled the bad shit in this before.
I'm sure it's
On
somewhere.
my work phone, may I remind you.
That's fine. I think it's somewhere. I don't know. I think I might go with the Atari penis, just because I think it would still work. I wouldn't enjoy the girlfriend with the pointy boobs like that.
That wouldn't bother me. It's fine.
You will when you lose an eye.
It's fine.
I don't know.
I put an eye patch on.
What's with the eye patch? Let me tell you this story.
Sorry.
What a story!
Let me
this
introduce you
is.
to my wife.
Do I have to say any more?
Yeah. Oh. Tell us what you would say. I'm curious. I'm curious what you guys come up with that. You got any more? Because that was my last one.
No, I don't have any more.
That's a good one to end on anyway.
That is a good one to add on. No, I need to. I actually need to dive. That reminds with that. I need to dive more into.
Looking at pointy boobs.
I need to dive more into Shadow of the Tomb Raider because there is
There's so many pointy boobs.
yeah, there is a skin
Yeah.
that you could play as Tomb Raider 2 Laura.
Oh my god.
Which is awesome. Like, and it like I've seen a couple like screenshots, and it looks super awkward.
That's
like,
hilarious.
with everything else being in 4K, and you're as Laura
Pixelated.
Croft 2, Tomb Raider 2 Laura.
That's
So
hilarious.
I need to jump back into that.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this.
That was good.
I think we should do. I said whenever we don't have, we should just get a running tab of this. So
Oh,
next
this is
time-
always a good thing we can bring back. Oh yeah, there's
It never ends.
there's
We already
always
got a
fun.
topic for next time, though. So
Oh, we totally have
Oh
time
my
for next
god,
time.
I'm so pumped for that one. I wish we'd have thought about this
I know.
yesterday.
Speaking of being pumped for games, Steak got it to play for my gift to you. So we're doing my gift to you as a point where one of us gives someone else a game, give them a chance to review something they never played before. Steak, we're doing a round of hate.
I just want to feel better.
And we're doing a.
I thought you were one of a crack
No,
leg in the
this
face.
is-
Me too.
Let's move these mics.
Let me close that door.
So we're doing a round of hate, and I gave Steak Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5.
Yeah, you did.
So The very first thing you texted us that night was like, "Here's problem number 1."
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Shoot, I was gonna bring. I was
Before
gonna
I was
prepare.
home.
I was gonna bring up the. I was gonna bring that up really quick so I can talk about that. Let me get to that really quick here. It shouldn't be too far. Here it is. Okay, so the minute I pop in the disc, obviously, the Xbox Ones, we got to install and everything. So, and then, so I go to and then it says, oh, there's a 6.68 gig update. Do you want to download? I'm like, oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Hey, maybe this fixes the game, But no, I realized the reason why the download's so big is because that is most of the game. The disc install is 2.32 gigabytes. What the hell?
If you need to patch your game 3 times the amount of size of the actual game,
Oh my god!
something's wrong.
So the only thing that's worse than this, the only other game I played and I had that was worse than this, and we'll get into this more later in the year, because I have a lot to say about that later in the year.
Okay.
Because that'll be part of our game of the year, but there's also gonna be a little slight thing to that.
Okay.
Is Agony. Agony had nothing. It had like a few megabytes on the disc, and the download was like 9 gigs, which was just absolutely
ridiculous.
asinine.
Yeah, that's so
so that was problem number 1 for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. So then we get a look. All right, done. We're ready to go. Here we go.
Fire
Here
it
we
up.
go.
Feel great.
Fire it up. Fire it up. I'm so pumped and ready. Okay. We're gonna play. Am I ever gonna get to play this? Waiting for it to load. Waiting for it to load.
Oh,
All right.
no.
All right. Here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. All of a sudden, no music or anything. Pro Skater 5. Hit a button. Okay, hit a button. I got this little thing playing. All right. So, like, it's, Tony Hawk's been gone for a while. Do you want to do the tutorial? Okay, yeah, I should probably do the tutorial.
Probably should. Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Yeah, I'll do the tutorial. Okay. Playing, I'm like, okay, this is running okay. It's running smooth. Obviously, it doesn't look fantastic, but it's running smooth, so whatever. Fine. I'll overlook the visuals. Fine.
X jump,
Fine.
circle, hold trick,
Yeah.
square, kick trip,
Oh,
triangle.
hold
grind.
on. We're getting there. Yep. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Down up the manual.
So there's a new move. So triangle. So triangle, or Y on Xbox. It's a grind still, but if there's nothing to grind, it's a stomp.
Okay.
So when you jump in the air, you go straight down.
Physics.
So as you can see, this could maybe cause problems later when you're trying to
When
do
you're trying
stuff.
to jump onto a rail.
Oh,
Yeah, when you're trying to, like,
When you're
use
trying to do
momentum
stuff.
to get on a rail.
Oh yeah, when you're trying to do stuff, this could cause issues. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of a weird move to have on the same exact button as a grind button, but okay, fine. Then I get to the part where it's the grab tricks. I was like, okay, I know how to do grab tricks. I remember spinning, and you press a button, you spin, you do get 360, whatever. Press a button, pressing left or right to start spinning. You're gonna spin. Oh, there you go. Oh, and I hit the ground. Oh, okay. You finally decided to spin, and it was too late for me to land. Oh, awesome.
So is it just like a physics thing, or is it just like a non-responsive
Was it like a
thing?
input
Well,
lag?
It's just like total input lag. 100% input lag. Like I am.
So let's talk about the streaming future.
Yeah, right. So I'm grabbing. So I hit the button to grab, and then because I remember playing these games back in the day. I'm like, okay, my brain's like, hey, you're playing Tony Hawk again. I remember how to do this,
Yeah, right.
and I'm doing it, and it's not doing it. It's not doing it. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me crazy. So and then you have to. So then there's a part where it's like in the tutorial, it's like, oh, okay, fill up your overdrive, and then so you can pull off the special moves.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that makes sense and everything.
There always used to be a bar that you had to fill up.
Exactly.
The
Well,
900 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, every time you crash or fall, you lose your entire bar. The entire bar. And so I got to the point where I was like, oh, okay, so I'm just going to constantly keep doing no complies, which is basically just letting go of the jump button at the right time. That's like a perfect height thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep doing these to build up my thing, because if I try doing any other type of move, I crash and I lose my bar. It took me a half hour to get past that part in the tutorial. Awful.
So did you get past?
So I get past the tutorial.
Okay, good.
I get my trophy or my achievement.
Yes.
Thank
So
fucking God.
Now it's there
It's there forever.
Oh, I got a few.
good,
I
okay.
got a few achievements.
You made it further in this game than you did in the last one.
You got to play it.
I got to play it.
You
yeah.
quit the tutorial on.
Oh yeah, I got
Battleborn.
past. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, I only played the tutorial for Battleborn. Yeah, I got past the tutorial, so I'm like, all right, time to jump in. Let's jump in. So I jump in to the first area. It's the exact same thing as where the training was. So it's the exact same area.
Only like one level.
Of course. So
The rest of the levels are DLC.
yeah. So here's where it's a
So
little
is the soundtrack.
yeah. So here's where it's a little different. So when you jump into a level, you're automatically in free skate.
Okay.
So in free skate is where you have some of these objectives you used to have to do in 2 minutes, such as collect the skate letters, crash into so many boxes.
Okay.
Now there's a new letters to collect is combo. You have to collect all the letters of combo in a complete
combo.
Okay.
in a complete combo,
That sounds-
which is kind of
yeah, that sounds cool.
I was like, okay, that's kind of a cool
Yeah.
aspect. So once the level finally loads and I finally get in there, it takes a while, but I get in there. All of a sudden, this game cannot run very well. Like, the tutorial ran, like, decent. Like, it ran, like, besides the spinning input lag or whatever, it was just not spinning correctly. The game, for the most part, like, frame rate was fine. All of a sudden, the frame rates are just dropping left and right. I'm like, okay, what the hell happened?
Yeah,
the
right.
tutorial was fine. All of a sudden, here they are. They're gone. They're gone. It's like, all right, whatever. It's like, all right, so here we go.
Those frames cost extra.
Yeah. So that was a bad thing. So,
Oh yeah.
surprisingly, there was one other person playing.
Oh, really?
There was someone else in there, like playing, legit. Because like when you go into free skate, that also puts you in like it's
hub
like
world.
it's like a hub world, basically. Yeah,
You guys can commiserate.
yeah. So because then there's other missions you can do, and you can do them. Some of them are single, but some of them you can do single or co-op if you wanted to. So you have like the 5, and then also like you have the hidden VHS tape and the hidden DVD. Like how it was back in the day.
Yeah,
So
right.
so those are all part of the free skate. So you have like 5 objectives for the free skate, and then you have all these missions to do. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of missions. And like one of the missions is like, okay, your head's going to continue to grow but then the more combos you do, then your head shrinks.
Okay.
So like your head just keeps growing, and once it explodes, it's the end of it. So like your point total, then you have the 3 levels, so like 1, 2, 3 stars. So I forget what they were back in the day, pro or like pro 6, like your pro score, 6 score, something else, like
Extreme or something.
whatever it was. But like those 3, that's what it is for
Okay.
all 3 of these things.
Okay.
Are the different scores. Some of them are neat. Some of these are just absolutely asinine and ridiculous. Some of these missions. So I'm like, you know what? All right, my goal is to just unlock the next level. I want to unlock the next level. Like I want to get out of this and see what else is out there. I had to at least get 1 star on 3/4 of the damn missions to just unlock the next. And like that, and it actually might have been longer if I didn't get 3 stars on some of those other ones. I wonder if it would have taken longer.
Is it amount of stars on
I don't know. I have no idea how you
of a
unlock
sudden-
it. No idea. No idea how you unlock this. So, oh my god. So like finally unlocked the second one. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous. Like that took
Bonfire Beach.
yes. Bonfire
the
Beach.
achievements.
Yes. Finally unlocked Bonfire Beach, and I go there, and I'm just like, all right, I did a few things there, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this.
You put your time in.
I put my time in this. So then I went back and I wanted to search for see what other stuff is available. Cool thing to play is in all the turtles.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles.
That's kinda neat.
Like Tony Hawk's always had like those fun characters and stuff. So that was
They
kind
did
of
like
neat.
Spider-Man. And
Yeah. So that was cool. Like, so you pick the turtles, and then if you go into the customization, you actually could pick between the 4 turtles. So
that's
that's kind of neat. It works the way it does with the other ones, but the problem is if I wanted to switch to the turtles, I have to start from the first level again with nothing unlocked. And like I do remember the old Tony Hawks were that way, where each individual character were its own thing.
right.
And that's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but we've progressed as a society.
right, exactly. It's like okay, like you could have
Happily,
like
this game's only 2
Yeah.
years old.
Since the original Tony Hawks came out.
Yeah.
Between 4 and 5.
right. So
It's bothering me too. I think I'm in like.
We're pushing the cushion back. We're pushing that cushion.
Yeah, we are. So you're getting lower.
So yeah. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Something else. It is something else.
Was it worth the
something.
$7?
No.
No,
No, it's
For
not
you it
worth
was.
For
I'm having a great
yeah.
time.
No, it was not worth the $7.
I regret spending none of the $7.
Absolutely not. It is awful. It is horrible. I know because I know Tony Hawk has left now.
Yeah, right.
Activision, and good for him for leaving. This is just really bad. Really, really bad.
Did you know you're 80% of the way to another achievement?
Oh yeah, which one?
Get to level 10.
Oh, well, look at that.
That means it's level 8.
Hey, I don't care. It's going to stay at 80%.
You're so close.
It's going to stay at 80%.
Can you get to level 50?
But the thing,
Can anybody get to level 50? Can you withstand that game that long?
Hang on, I have the number here. Where we go? It was like 0.25% of the... No, that's
Yeah,
50 emblems.
Yeah, those are just like
It was like 0.15.
I'm sure
those are
something
like crazy
ridiculous.
achievement hunters.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Fuck that. Not worth
Oh, yeah,
it.
here. 0.15% of gamers unlocked level 50.
yikes. And that,
I will say though, the few achievements I got pushed me closer to 100,000, and Victor Von put me over 100,000
congratulations.
achievement points. So that's awesome. But yeah, it's just my god, like it's so disappointing. Like especially when you're gonna call it Pro Skater 5 too. It's just like this is the next of the Pro Skater series. You think it's gonna go back to its roots? Like seriously, all you had to do was make.
do a greatest hits of 1 through 4.
Yes,
You played,
that's all you.
you played for an hour. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. But that's all you had to do. Like that's really all you had to do. And I know they released a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the first one, like the HD
Oh, yeah.
from P360. But I heard they fucked with
That
like the
wasn't
controls
yeah,
and
it
stuff. I heard
wasn't
like
the
there was
same.
some
It
like
was-
no, just give us the controls from the PS2
It was-
era.
I played that when it was... I think it was a PS Plus game at one point. And I downloaded it and played it. I'm like playing. I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
Right.
I couldn't put my finger on it either. I don't know if it's just like
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
why
don't
do you
know.
have to fuck with it? Like, just give us the same games, upscaled, look a lot prettier, with the exact same controls. That's all you have to do, and people will buy it and play the shit out of it.
It's a license thing because they gotta repay
License
all
the
those
skaters
skaters
and the
and the
musicians.
music and all that. And
But that's the thing. You don't even have to do that though.
How was the soundtrack in the game? Was there one?
There is a soundtrack.
Was it fitting for a Tony Hawk game?
Sure, it was fine. It was fine. I think at the time. I mean, I don't know. I honestly I really didn't even notice it that much, to be honest with you. Like but that's also maybe part of the problem is like it didn't stand out like
Right.
the other games did, where it's like, oh, this is so great. But also too, the other games, think about it, we spent hours playing
yeah.
those games. So like that's also why those songs were like burned into our mind because of the amount we played.
I
Those
still have
games.
I still have some of the songs on my phone right now.
Oh,
to play
yeah.
later on.
Absolutely. I mean, but it's just what was that song? Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my god! Like
That's when I had Spotify. I like came up one day on a random playlist. I'm like, fuck yeah, say this.
But like, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, we spent so many hours playing those games. Where I think like this probably does have a decent soundtrack. I haven't played it enough
Yeah,
to
right.
like really to like have anything burnt and like keep in mind and stuff. So
What you got?
A whole lot of songs I've never heard of.
I would say it's probably like modern, like indie punk
Yep.
kind of songs and stuff.
Yep, I don't know most of those people. I'm old.
I mean, I didn't know most of the people in the.
But that's the thing.
original
If you
ones.
think
That's
about it though,
true.
like the original and the second one, like you didn't know those. Like,
Yeah.
what was the band name that did the Superman song?
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. That's
Yeah,
it.
Goldfinger and
Never
Bad
heard of
like Goldfinger,
Goldfinger
Bad
before
Religion,
that.
like,
Yeah,
all
like
that.
I mean, Bad Religion I knew, but like Goldfinger, never heard of them before. Like before that. So yeah.
All right.
So this Keith Blaze fitting. I'm closing the world and Tony Hawk forever.
Yeah, he's
Goodbye,
done.
Tony Hawk
I'm assuming it's a
forever.
reference to a game I've never played.
forever.
All right.
Now,
Yeah, closing the world.
Art.
Yeah.
You might want to close another world soon after you play this. This might be want to be close their world. So there was a game that came out last year.
Yeah.
Last year, right?
I think so.
Yeah. People were like, "Oh, okay, interested. Like, let's see what this is going to be," and ended up being the complete trash.
Okay.
I think
Is it Mafia 3? It's already done this.
No, I think it was up for worst game of the year.
I believe so as well.
I think so. Whatever. I forget what those are called now.
The Razzies?
Razzies. That's it. Yes. Yes, the Razzies. I believe this was up for worst game of the year. It's from a franchise that you love.
Hit him with it.
It is Ghostbusters.
Hey, Mike, guess what? Steak might have saved you.
The funny part is, I was at GameStop and I saw like, Steak, do you want to give this to Art? So I was the one who actually bought it.
And I said, yes, I do. And I'm like, this is so funny because I wanted to actually give this to Mike when I gave him his game, but at the time I looked digitally, it's still $60 on the PlayStation Network.
So like,
Yeah.
using
Yes.
it, it's like it was. I got it for actually less than that even.
Well, I went online the other night actually looking for this like Amazon used GameStop.
Yeah.
It wasn't even this cheap.
Yeah.
The prices have gone back up.
Oh, okay.
There's been a spike in demand for this game. You spiked
terrible.
demand for this game.
Terrible. Someone bought it. Up.
But like the Xbox version was more money than that. So I don't understand the market for this one at all. But yeah, you get to play the Stellar Ghostbusters.
Guess what I'm doing? Creating another PlayStation profile.
Oh no, you can't.
No, you cannot. No.
You cannot break the integrity
No, come
of
on.
the cycle of hate.
Come on.
Watch me.
I've got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 forever on my Xbox account.
Because you didn't think ahead.
He's got Life of the Black. I'm sorry.
Life of Black Tiger.
Life of Black Tiger. On
Don't
his.
you make this grammatically correct, you son of a bitch.
Don't be like that. I want to see when you're playing it.
Yes, I do too.
Never.
Come on.
Never.
You're the worst. Where can people find us online?
In hell.
In hell.
People can find us online on Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts by searching The Sticks Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/SticksGamingVids. You can find us on Twitter at Sticks Podcast.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Woo!
Steak final words.
So I don't know if you guys have seen, but I guess the Starlink game
Oh yeah.
for Ubisoft. Yeah. So this is the playing Toys of Life kind of thing, is blowing up, like going crazy.
Yeah.
People are going nuts for this, especially the Switch version for Star Fox. Have you seen that the Best Buy edition? There's been quite a few of the Best Buy ones that don't have the game in the starter kit. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Crazy, right? So yeah, so I was just reading about this before we recorded. So I guess like Ubisoft's looking into this because they're like, this is really weird.
Yeah.
But it's just Best Buy.
Weird.
It's just Best Buy copies.
They didn't have like a special edition or anything, right?
No. I don't know what's going on. So like some people are saying that the reviewers copy that they got like it came in the same box with the toys, but the game wasn't in there because Ubisoft emailed them the game code.
Okay.
So people are wondering if Ubisoft accidentally sent out like the review copies to this store instead of like the retail copy.
Weird.
Like, which is just crazy though.
Yeah.
But like I couldn't believe when I saw this. But if you go to Best Buy's website, every single version, not even just the Switch, the PS4 and the Xbox One version sold out.
Really?
Like the starter. Like you can still get you can still order all the different other
Are they
individual
legit
pieces.
sold out, or is Best Buy pulled them?
I don't know. I know. No, this was
I've been hearing
before
things
this
too,
issue.
yeah.
This was before this issue, I guess.
okay.
And like, I even saw a couple people on Twitter being like, "Hey, Best Buy's out of this. If you want it, Amazon and GameStop still have it. Go get it." Like,
crazy.
And like the reviews have been pretty good for this actually too, which is just like I am like I was a Skylanders
Yeah, right.
person,
Yeah,
so I'm like, do
Toys
not,
to life.
no, do not do this. Do not do this.
My kid just started watching Skylanders Academy on Netflix.
Great show.
Never watched it, but I heard at one point someone talking about like Crash Bandicoot. I'm like, hey, I know him.
Actually, I watched the first season of Skylanders Academy. So I know it's for kids, but like whatever. I love the
He doesn't
game,
know
but
it's called Skylanders. He calls it Monsters.
oh, okay.
That works too.
I'm like, Skylander Monsters? Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a really good. It's actually a really good show, though. It's
I'm like,
really well done.
And I heard someone like say Spyro. I'm like, oh, Spyro. I'm like, Purple Dragon? Yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm hip. I know what the kids are into.
Yeah.
Spyro.
So I'm just kind of curious to see what's going on with that. But also, like, I am like very intrigued by the Starlink now. Like I thought Toys of Life was dead, especially after Disney Infinity with their whole thing, and then Lego Dimensions like killed off their whole thing. I think it's very interesting that people are. It's not, at least for now. I wonder if it's how much is it the Star Fox effect though.
Yeah.
Because like Star Fox has not had a good game in a long time, and everyone's saying that there's way more Star Fox than people thought. Like this is actually a Star Fox game, like basically. So I wonder also too if this is gonna branch off into a legit Star Fox game now. Like obviously away from the toys
Yeah,
to
right,
life, toys to life thing. But I think it's gonna. I wonder if because of the praise it's getting, if Ubisoft and Nintendo are gonna work together, kind of like Mario and Rabbids, and do a brand new Star Fox game.
Their
if someone's
relationship's
gonna work
going
with
really
them-
well. Yeah, and their relationship seems
It seems to be really great.
Mario Rabbids was fairly well received, and so is it.
People
This
still
sounds
talk
like
about
this
it.
too. So
Yeah.
keep that relationship going.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
We'll see how that goes, and see you next time, Stickheads.